special to me in the way that if you're about to get hit by a car, someone pushes you out of the way, that person will always be, well, unless you were trying to end yourself. If you weren't trying to end yourself there, that person will always be special to you. I feel like, even if it's some stranger, person that saved your life. That is what it feels like to me. That person saved me, even without them realizing it. Really, these people really have a big impact on you, I feel like. But yeah. Sometimes all you can do is smile, hold back the tears, move on with your day, and pretend you're okay. That low-key rhymes, doesn't it? Or is it my imagination? Anyway, this anime is really great for like representing depression. You guys should definitely watch it if you're into anime. Orange, it's called Orange. Literally orange, just orange. Please watch it, man. It's so good. I could relate to this guy Kakiru sometimes. Especially that scene where I'll show it. Kakeru orange window. I think it was this. Is it this? Orange. I don't know if the video is. Oh. Whoops. No, I think it was the one earlier. Is it this? Dang. It's probably here. Right, this one exactly.
Yeah, こっからジャンプしたら飛べないかなって。スーパーマンみたいに。
無理だよ。
真面目。夢だよ、夢。もし俺がスーパーマンだったらさ、母さんも助けてあげられたんだ。
No, I relate.
なんてね。
かける。やっぱり少し変。
あ、俺さ、今度の土曜日、東京の友達に会うんだ。男だけだけどね。
ダメ。
え？なんで？
なんでって。
会うのやめろよ。
By the way, they're not nice people.
俺らと遊べ。何急に。なんで俺らに話してくんねえんだよ。悩んでるくせにさ。
Man, to have friends like this in school would have been crazy nice.
なんで知ってんの？ナホから聞いたの？まあそんなもの。そんなの諏訪たちに相談できるわけないじゃん。大事な友達だから。みんなでいるときは笑っていたい。大事な友達だからこそ。
That's true.
辛いなら辛いって言えよ。俺もみんなも絶対お前を助けるから。俺らだってカケルが悩んでること知らずに笑ってたくないんだよ。死にたいって考えたことある？あるよ。毎日思う。なんで？全部俺のせいなんだ。俺が母さんとの約束破ったから。俺が面倒くさいって思ったから。
No, I'm crying now.
面倒くさいなんて誰でも思うよ。俺だって母ちゃん毎日うるさくて、勉強しろだの部屋片付けろだの毎日面倒くせって思ってるよ。そんなの当然だろ。普通だろ。かける。でも違う。
されてることをかける、死なないで。かけるを失いたくない。私もかけるのことが好きだから絶対にいなくならないで。
返事いらないって言ったのに。ありがとう。素は泣いてんじゃん。
泣いてねえし。花粉症。
それはいつも笑ってる。
ほら
出会った時からあの笑顔で。
舐めてるよ。
けど
Yeah, that was pretty much the video. Anyway, I relate to that video. There was that time when I was in school, I was looking out at the window, and that always goes through my mind. What if I jumped? Would it would I die, or would I break my legs instead? Breaking my leg would not be fun. But yeah, definitely a whole lot of times that happened. Yeah, this person really was the light in my life during this time, so I'm grateful for them. But I need to remind myself that I don't need to rely on them anymore. In fantasies, things are better now. Really. That was then and stuff. Now is now. I'm not saying just don't rely on anyone. I just do believe I need to be more independent. You can't fully rely on someone to, for your mood. Stuff like that. I can't rely on someone from, I don't know if that makes sense. If someone says good morning to you, you can't just be happy for 2 days straight just because of that. You can't rely on someone to that extent, is what I'm saying, I think. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's fine to rely on people, but just not to that extent where where you don't see them the whole day and then suddenly you're depressed the whole day. That's just not healthy, I think. Definitely not healthy. Well, I'm not pretending to move forward. I was trying to. But I guess it's like pretending when I'm trying to and it's not happening yet. Pretending to move forward, but you're just clinging to the past. Now, my mom keeps saying to focus on the present and the future, to not be so stuck in the past. But back then, I really didn't have anything. I could only rely on that person and memories of my cousins and my friends from back then. Because that time, the present was just scary. I just couldn't focus on the present because of how scary it was. My escape was the past and that person. It was either the past or just focusing on that person to make me happy, basically. Living in the past. I'm still stuck to that pattern because that's what I've been doing for so long. Is a problem. Maybe there's only a dark road up ahead, but you still have to believe and keep going. Believe that the stars will light your path, even a little bit. Come on, let's go on a journey. Yeah. Every little step forward matters. Doesn't matter how little. As long as you keep moving forward. Even if, you have to believe that there's something in the future for you. Even if it's not much. yeah, it's just not good to look terribly about the future. Even after all this time, I still wonder why I can't move on. Just the way you did so easily. This makes it sound like it's a two-way thing, but no, it's completely one-sided. Completely one-sided. Platonic love. But yeah. Just because we don't talk doesn't mean I don't think about you. I'm just trying to distance myself because I know I can't have you. That is true. That is true. I think of that person almost every day. Before the call. Well, kind of still now, but I still think there's like a change in it. And especially after I have that new technique I've been using to redirect my thoughts. I think it's working out well. So yeah, I guess that is the end of the video. Gone through all the quotes I got. Yeah, thanks for everything. I don't think you're listening because there's like 3 long parts to this, so I don't think you're listening, but thanks for everything still. And to the me of, I don't know, 5 years later. 10 years later. Well, you cringe at this. That's a good question to ask myself, I guess. Are you better now? Are you well? Do you have a husband? If you don't, are you happy? Do you have cats? What are their names? Is my mom still alive and happy? Are we living together? Or are we living near each other? Suddenly it's a from me to you video. Well, whatever, right? Why not? How are we doing faith-wise? Are we still religious? Or have we strayed? If we have strayed, then come back to religion. Come back. Come back to Islam. What else? I feel like that's it, really. Yeah. I should definitely make a 5 years later or 10-year video. 10 years later video. Responding to this. Maybe. Wonder if it should be 5 or 10. Probably 10. I'm 24 now. I'd be 34 10 years later. It's really wild. You know, I can't imagine that the person that I like is so much older now. They sound the same. Obviously, they sound the same. Yeah. I feel like they probably can't imagine me as someone older now too. But honestly, even though I'm 24, I feel like I'm still 16 or 17. But maybe it's because autistic children mature slower than others. You know, that's interesting. Let me Google that. People mature slower than others. No, yeah, not in general, I guess. Not everyone. Just some, maybe. Yeah. Autism translator. I also saw things that autistic people attach to others, like nice people, more easily. But I feel like even if I didn't have autism, I think it would have still happened, honestly. There. Never mind. Age. Faster aging. Poor health outcomes. Oh no. Poor health. Interesting. Well, I'm not surprised because I do not eat vegetable and fruits, so that probably has a big impact on my health. Whoa. Ah, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I always get the impression that I'm younger than my age. Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I think I was more mature than my own age when I was 9 and 10. But now that I'm 24, I feel it's just almost the same as I was 16, 17. Just more mentally stable for sure. Well, that's due to a circumstance too, since my circumstances are better than before. When I was 16, 15, and 13, you know. Interesting. Slower. Yeah, depends on the person. Yeah, this person can relate to me, it seems. Wow, that was 6 years ago. I guess they're 27 now. Yeah, I feel this way, bro. Which is why a friend of mine on Discord decided to unfriend me. I was going crazy after that call. Being anxious. And yeah. They did not like that. They thought I was creepy and unsettling, which I probably was. Just from the part where I can't focus on anything else apart from that person. That whole week. Yeah, they did not like that. They were stressed of other things. I didn't really catch how stressed they were because of how stressed I was. But yeah, that was terrible of me, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, they unfriended me because I was immature. Even though we've been friends for so long. We've been friends for since I was 16 or something. But yeah, it's okay. That's alright. At least I have friends in real life, even though we don't meet often. At least I have that person. But yeah, my Discord friend is older than me. I think by 5 years. So they're like wait, is it 3 years? I think 5 years. So they're probably 20, 29, 30. So yeah, they're definitely much more mature than me, I think. And they're better at social cues while I'm not. Well, I'll try and be more mature and try not to be all crazy like that. Honestly, I think the craziness has passed. I don't think I'll ever become like that again. I hope not. A whole week of craziness, anxiety, and almost vomiting. Feeling like I'm gonna vomit the whole day, every day. That was awful. But yeah, I guess these people relate. But honestly, I felt more mature than my age when I was 9 to maybe 13, maybe 14. But now that I'm 24, I feel like 16. I just suddenly stopped mentally developing or something. Emotionally developing, not mentally. My brain is still obviously developing, even though emotionally I feel stagnant. Yeah, socially, mentally. Same. Oh, I don't. Well, I don't relate to this. I typically know why I'm crying. I usually only cry when there's something that happens right before my period. Period just makes me more emotional. That's not just a stereotype for me. I do have a pillow from when I was a baby. So I've had that pillow for 24 years now. I don't have any more dolls. I recently got a coloring book to heal inner child thing stuff. I think that's fine though. Also, I really need something else to distract myself with other than word search. I'm over looking at a whole bunch of words. I don't wanna. I already look at my screen for assignments in class. So I just needed something else. Puzzles are great but expensive. Coloring book is much more cost effective. Yeah, wait. Really? Many? I guess so. We do act weirdly. So we get bullied for it, I guess. I got bullied when I was in grade what? Grade 6 and 5. But I had a good group of friends in grade 5 still. So it didn't feel that bad, honestly. Honestly, it didn't feel bad. It felt bad sometimes, but honestly, I think it barely affected me. Although I could never become limerick for someone my age because of it, I think. It definitely affected me, but not that much, I think. It's not like girls bullied me like that. But it's not like I'm gonna avoid being friends with girls just because of that. That would be a bit stupid. Also, I know it happens to some people. Just avoid being friends with girls since they were bullied by girls, but that's not the case for me. But yeah, I don't think classmates are listening this far in, but you don't need to worry about me being different for you guys. It won't happen, especially not to girls my age. Not to girls my age, that's the key word. Hmm. Both, maybe. Or one or the other. I agree. Hmm. Behind. Hmm. I get attached more to objects than people. I think. um. Well, wait, no. It depends. Well, in amount, I do get attached more to objects than people. And how strong it is. Probably that person I'm limerent for. I mean, that's, these days I even want to say I was limerent for. Because it feels like as there's been progress and I'm not as limerent for them as I was before. Well, I am maybe, but it's not as strong. Or I don't really know how to explain it anymore. Oh, this person's dirty. Man, that's typical. Well, I do know the reason most of the time if I'm crying. Yeah. Sometimes I cry when I'm overwhelmed with noise. Oh, but these days I carry over-ear headphones when I go to the mall. Not all the time, but some of the time, most of the times, and that helps a lot, honestly. I don't cry because of loud noises, like too loud noises all around me. There was a science teacher I didn't like that pressured me to sit with a group of my classmates because I was always sitting alone, which I hated because I love sitting alone in the wall area, like right by the wall, because then the sound would not surround me. It would just be in front and to my side, not to my back. And then I had to sit with my well classmate, classmates, and then the sounds were all around. I hated staying in the cafeteria, so I would just take a pass and go to the library, eat quickly, go to the library, stuff like that. Yeah, I was not diagnosed back in high school. And then one teacher, I saw some students eating at the stairwell area that is not used often. They were not caught because they were on the higher floors. But I think a kindergarten teacher caught me because I was in the lower part of the stairs and they brought me back to the cafeteria. Oh, that sucked. And then I immediately filled out a library pass because I just could not stand noise that day. Could not do it anymore. This was before we had a student lounge as well, because we were the older group in the new school. So yeah, that really sucked. But I'm glad to have that student lounge just for my grade. Back then, that was definitely the best time. But then we had to share with the grade below us. Oh, they were loud, that's for sure. Whatever. It is what it is. At least, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Alright. Grow up. That's it. That is the end of the video. I don't know how to end it. Bye. I don't think anyone is watching. Bye to my own self, I guess. Bye to the past me. Guess we'll see what it is 10 years later when I try to make a similar type of video.